Now after you made all this food, it's really important that you store it properly. Now most families will not be able to eat all this all at once, so what we're gonna do is freeze it. So what we're gonna need is some freezable containers. So these ones are actually food grade, that they're freezer friendly as well as microwavable friendly, but you can use the Ziploc freezer bags or the containers as well. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna layer the meatballs in one layer on the bottom. Squeeze it in, try to fit as many as you can. Okay, if you can't fit, then stop like that. Then we're gonna put another layer, but before we do that, I just have some parchment. This is actually, I just keep the ends whenever I'm trying to trimming the ends of the baking sheet for the parchment paper. I save the little ends, and that way I can use it for things like this. And then we'll do our second layer. This way, when you're trying to take the meatballs out, they're not all clumped together. From there, cover it. Key here is writing the date in which you made it, as well as what they are. Especially if you do different flavors of meatballs, it's important to write down. So these ones were turkey, Veg'd out meatballs. And then I also advise you to write down the day in which you made them as well. So today is July 26, 2016. And there you have it. And I'm gonna do the same with the remaining. When freezing baked good recipes, there's a few things you wanna watch out for. First thing is, make sure you put them in bags and airtight. Okay, so squeeze out all the air, and then always date when you made them. As a rule of thumb, you can keep baked goods recipes for about 2 months in the freezer. Prior to wanting to eat them, just let it defrost at room temperature, either overnight or stick them in the toaster oven for quicker defrost. With pancakes, if they have enough room in the bag, you don't necessarily need to put any parchment in between layers, but for waffles, I do like doing round parchment paper between layers of waffles. You can also just individually wrap muffins, especially if you know that you want to eat one for breakfast and you're only gonna be pulling one at a time. You can just wrap them up. I always do double saran wrap, okay, so just fold it over like that. Prevents any freezer burn. I just kind of tie it up so, like you're wrapping a present. And that way you can just pull an individual muffin out one at a time.